using the dive gear to clean the propellers so you can stay under longer.
It's gonna be another 15 minutes probably. You think I was there for an hour?
55 minutes cleaning the props. They clean now?
Oh, they sparkle.
With wet, dry sandpaper too.
Scraped and sanded.
Good morning. This morning we are going hunting and gathering. Living on a sailboat is not an easy life. We'll give you a little glimpse of stuff that we have to do.
This is our cooking gas locker. These blue bottles are butane bottles, but we can't get butane everywhere. So we've just bought a propane bottle, and I'm going to convert the system to propane. This butane bottle is the system we have on the boat for cooking. It can't be filled in every country. So I had a special fitting made, Turks and Caicos. So now we can fill this with propane. And the propane and butane are so similar that they work very well in our boat. I have the butane bottle filled once here in Curacao, but the other guy, there's a couple of guys that fill the bottles. One guy won't fill it and another guy will. So I'm hunting for the first guy that filled it so we can maybe get this filled up again. This little bottle is a 5-pound bottle. It's pretty easy to carry in a backpack on the bike. But this bottle is so much bigger, but I do have a rack on the bike that should be able to carry that pretty easily. So we're on our way to get this filled for sure, and maybe, if we're lucky, the butane bottle also. Unlike a typical house where the fuel is brought into your house daily if it's piped in, or you have a delivery truck, this is a bit more of an adventure. Every country we go to, it's a whole new game to find cooking fuel. That's one of the reasons we have bicycles on board. It really extends the range of what we can do. Taking propane tanks or butane tanks in a taxi or a bus, usually not possible, which means you gotta walk. And you can't walk that far with something like this. But with a bike I can go a long ways, no problem. To put propane in the butane tank, I put the valve on, so this valve is for when I have it hooked up to the stove. This piece I had made in the Turks and Caicos fits on the valve, and a typical propane filler goes in here, and then I can get it filled with propane.
All right, still not on the way. Went to put the bike into the dinghy and my front tire had a flat.
Much easier than the back tire.
That's not all easy. An hour later, we're still on the boat. Finally ready to finish loading the boat and go. This morning, it's even a little harder because look what's missing. Our dock is missing. The broken dock. Got a little piece of dock now. Now the dinghies have tied up here and anchored to the fence. Now we need to strap this propane tank to the bike. We have bungees and we have this strap.
I've got 17 pounds of propane. I tried to get the butane tank filled, but he wouldn't do it. He said it's too dangerous.
And it was the same guy.
It was the same guy as before, but he wouldn't fill it this time. So far in the Caribbean, this is the only place we've not been able to fill up our butane bottles.
Curacao.
Back to the dinghy, safely. With a bomb on the back of the bike.
Yep, the bomb on the back of the bike stayed on. Nobody hit us and exploded it. The dangers of cruising life. Now taking the bikes apart, packaging them up again, and then back in the dinghy and back to the boat. It's a whole process, not just opening a car door and driving somewhere. This fuel here should last us at least 6 to 8 weeks in this tank. Probably have to fill it before we leave Curacao.
My adaptation from butane to propane has worked. This is what I've done. Here is our butane canister with my adapter on it. This is a valve that you put into the butane canister. This is our new propane canister. So if I want to use the butane, I just take this piece out, screw it into this piece, and I can use the butane tank. So if we can find butane in the future, I will have two systems. I have backup now, redundancy. This propane tank is a 17-pound tank. The butane tanks are about 5 pounds. We have 3 butane tanks, one of which doesn't work right now. So you could say we had 10 pounds. So we got more than 3 times as much as we had before, or in one container. To make my existing system work, I cut off the old regulator and put this adapter into the hose and fit it into the new regulator. The regulator came with the propane fitting. Good to go.
We're going to the beach so I can do my swim. I'm not a fan of swimming in Spanish waters. I'll show you why. You can't really see the bottom in this waters. Walked into the beach.
And the water's clear at the beach.
It is. At least we can look at fish while we swim.
I'll go skin diving. Leanne has just finished episode 85 and it's uploading now, and while it's uploading, we're going to go for a swim.
Yeah. Whoa, the water is blue over here. Some wave action too. Wonder if that's just from the jet skis. Whoa, it might be a struggle to swim in these waves. We're gonna try the next beach over, maybe quieter, calmer. Wow, the waves were coming right up into this parking lot. They have these little huts on this beach. Line of them down. They're having lots of fun on the waves, these gentlemen. Portuguese man of war warning here today. So I didn't do a very long swim. Join us next week on our sail to Klein, Curacao, where we explore the island above and below the water.